He said he was working late. I believed him, for 7 years. But when I followed him one weekend, I saw him kiss another woman, and then hug their kids. My husband had a second family. Just 3 hours away.
They say secrets have a way of finding the light, but I never imagined discovering my husband's truth would nearly destroy me. I thought we had a perfect marriage, until one road trip changed everything. What I found just 3 hours away unraveled a second life, one with a wife, kids, and years of betrayal. This is the story of how I found out my husband had a second family, and how I rebuilt my life from the ruins. I never thought I'd be the kind of woman who followed her husband. But that's exactly what I did one quiet Saturday morning, just a week after our 8th anniversary. Jason had left for what he said was a company retreat in a small town about 3 hours south. Nothing about that seemed strange until I saw the receipt for a kid's toy in his gym bag. We didn't have children. Jason and I had what I believed was a strong marriage. We met in college, built a home together, supported each other through job changes, a miscarriage, even a long recovery after I had surgery. We were a team. Or at least, I thought we were. But that receipt, it didn't sit right. And it wasn't the first odd thing. There were work trips that didn't match his calendar. Late night texts from numbers he'd delete. That's when I decided, I had to know. So I drove. I followed the GPS location he'd shared months ago during a dinner date, in case of emergencies. He never thought I'd use it. As I pulled into a quiet suburban neighborhood, I saw him. Jason. Stepping out of a minivan. Holding a toddler's hand. A woman smiling ran out to hug him. He kissed her. Kissed the kid. My world shattered. I ducked behind my car as my heart pounded so loud it hurt. I watched them disappear into a house with blue shutters. Their house. Their life. I had no idea how long I sat there just breathing, crying, dying inside. The man I loved had a whole second family. And somehow, I was the outsider. I didn't confront him that night. I went home. I needed time to think. To plan. To survive. Because what do you do when everything you thought was real turns out to be a lie? The next morning, I was still shaking. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I did one thing, research. I started with his name, then hers. Social media revealed everything he kept hidden. Her name was Monica. She posted pictures of Jason and the boys at the beach, at school plays, at barbecues. Jason looked happy. Familiar. Like a man I knew in another life. They had been married for 6 years. One of their sons was 5. I did the math. That meant he married her 2 years after our wedding. While we were going to therapy after the miscarriage, he was building a life with someone else. And here's the sickest part, her wedding date, it was one day after he told me he had a 3-day corporate retreat. I couldn't breathe. I hired a private investigator to confirm what I already knew. He gave me details I never wanted: 2 mortgage payments, bank transfers, even a second phone registered under a fake name. Jason had built 2 lives so flawlessly I almost respected the architecture of it. Almost. The worst part, he wasn't just lying to me. He was lying to them too. Monica didn't know about me either. She thought he was a traveling regional manager who worked long shifts in another city. She had no idea about our house, our photos, our wedding tucked in the same album he used to lie to her. So I made a choice. I would not explode. I would not scream. I would expose him the way he deserved, slowly, truthfully, publicly. I printed every photo I had of us together. I made a scrapbook, the kind that looked like a sweet anniversary gift. I mailed it to her. With a note, "You don't know me, but we share a husband." 2 days later, she called. Monica was calm. Too calm. That scared me more than if she screamed. She wanted to meet, not to yell, not to fight. To talk, she said. We met at a coffee shop halfway between our towns. She looked just like me. Same age, same hair, same tired eyes. "I'm not here to hate you," she said. "I'm here to mourn him." We sat for 3 hours. She told me her version of Jason: the kind father, the loving husband, the reliable man. I told her mine. And we both realized the same truth: Jason was none of those things. Jason was a shapeshifter. A man who fed off double lives and lies like air. He never showed up that week. Not at her house. Not at mine. It was like he vanished. We filed joint charges for bigamy. His companies were notified. His family, the ones we both thought were in our corners, were furious. His parents had known about both families. They said, "He's a grown man. We didn't want to get involved." My heart broke again. I moved out a month later. Monica did the same. We stayed in touch, not as friends, but as survivors of the same tornado. It's been 2 years now. I'm single, stronger, and finally at peace. I don't check his profiles anymore. I don't care where he is. Because the truth is, once someone shows you who they are, believe them. And leave them.